I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right. Good morning and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. It is the Iron Man and his name is Manning's Man. And we're going to have a great one for you today. We have tons of information to share with you. So much is going on the football landscape. It is transfer deadline day. So we are watching those updates to give you some updates, right? Willian, for those of you who don't know, he has just signed with Fulham. That is a Brazilian who was at Chelsea, came to Arsenal, moved back to Brazil, just signed to Fulham. Your Tillemans, instead of Arsenal, is headed to Newcastle. Aubameyang has just landed in at Chelsea at Stamford Bridge to sign there. Arsenal going in for Douglas Luiz. Lots and lots of moves being made. Liverpool looking to get Arthur Melo. So bless up yourself. Listen, lots. Oh, for real, Jaja. Oh, are you that special one? Bless up, man. Bless up, special one. Bless up. Rob Smith in the house. Bless up yourself. Unseen Sport. You mean, man? Peso, Fresh God. Stefan Wright. Toffee. Rudy. Yeah. Yeah, man. Pioneer will be here, Pioneer and I. You understand? We're in proximity now. You see me? Bless up, Pioneer. But him have some business going on with, but he has a couple of basketball shows that he should be doing. And, we have the NFL show with Preach and Countryman and Kems and all of them, man, coming up. Chris Lynch, G-Star. So we have lots of good things coming up, man. So stay tuned. But a special one. Watch this now, When I see the number you have to call in, bro, you need to jump on one of them discussions. Especially when we have the World Cup, you need to be part of the panel when we're discussing the World Cup teams and them games, You understand? Because you see the French team look like it's going to get messed up now because Pogba and Mbappe have some problems. Coach Menze! Yo! Bro! Why I tell you, things don't work out. Coach Menze, bless up, man. Every time, my brother. You understand me? Respect. Real one in the business. You understand me? Real one in the business. Coach Minzy. Real one in the business. You understand me? Go and put in the work. Who that? Marino. No, man. That is the special one. It is not Marino. It it is the Jamaican special one. The people that who listen to radio know what go on in a Coach Windsy and easy. Well, I know what go on in a Coach Windsy. But yeah, try. But bless up the special one. Yeah, man. So we're going to keep you up to date with what is happening in the transfer market. All right. So we're going to talk to you about that. But we're going to talk to you also about the situation with the head coach. Yeah, with the head coach, with the national team, because we have a game at the end of this month, so there must be an appointment by then, and I think we could be hearing something from the federation um by next week. All right, I don't know if they are following my cues, or is because me don't know if me have some prophetic inclination. I don't know, but I said some things, and from what I'm hearing, I'm going to share some information on what is happening. Um, yeah, you understand? We're also going to see if we can get some information on Kahim Paris and Shamar Nicholson, which Jamaicans are moving on this deadline day. All right, you understand me? Yeah, man, the Jamaican special one for real, man. You understand me? Yeah. You understand? So we also going to keep you up to date with any possible moves by any of the Jamaicans out there in Europe as well. All right. And as you hear people interact with us, call in, tell us of a move that you hear. Um, or you can type that in and we will do that. A little later from this, we're going to have Unseen Sports TV joining us as well, being a part of the discussion. All right. Now, I always like to give credit to the persons who sponsors the video, the videos and sponsors. I am sure. Um, Coach Minzy, I'll send you a text message. You see me done? All right. I'll send you a text message. All right. Because you don't know. Um, yeah. Pioneer. A pioneer. Hey, Pioneer, I can't send me no message. Yo, Pioneer, send me message. Wherever go ahead. Hey, special on you text Pioneer and tell me send me message. Pioneer, where you go on with Pioneer? Bless up yourself, my brother. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna give you some information on that, but I also want to big up Dollar. Dolla. Dollar is one of those financial services, and they have just given $500,000 to the Manning School, the Costa Cup program, our football program. Cause Manning's, I haven't been talking a lot about them. We're still recovering from the disappointment of losing the finals last season. And as you know, we only lost two players from the team that was there last season, because it was a pretty young team. Two players, and one is the goalkeeper, and the other one is an ex player who never started a lot of games. And we have replaced both of them. And we had a under 14 team that won the under 14 rural competition. So we're just letting people know that we'll be back stronger and better this season at the Manning School. So big up all the blue blood brothers and sisters out there. Enough love, enough love. You understand me? The jerseys are out. You understand me? So you can go out and support the school. Listen, support your school. If you can give them a couple of soccer balls, do that, man. If you can give them a pound of rice, or a bag of rice, or a bag of flour, while the footballers are in camp, do that, man. If you can buy a 10 pound of chicken and give to the youths them in camp to help the football program, because in doing that, you're helping the football. You understand me? So find a way to give back to your alma mater. Find a way to be a blessing to them. Help them out. Help out a youngster who in this sport, so we can make them better. You understand me? Yeah. Yeah. All right, you understand me? So tomorrow as well, you know that there is a Brussels Diamond League, and you know Pioneer will be on for that. So you don't know, he will be up and running, and we have a preview that he'll be doing later today on it on the Brussels Diamond League. So you need to check out those shows. All right, yeah. Where must we start now? All right. You also heard about the major infrastructural development going on at the national, that will be taking place at the national stadium. I'm going to read some articles for you that came out in the newspapers. All right. Yeah, because I think it is important that we kind of get some idea. I know some of you may not have seen or read some of these articles, but let me see if I can share them with you. Because I see I have subscribers who are always sharing stuff with me. So there's a 11.6 billion redevelopment plan for the national stadium. All right, 11.6, which includes adding five uh, 5,000 seats. And what they're going to do, the cycle track is going to be removed. They're going to build a velodrome, that is a place where they do cycling, separate from at a separate location. And where the cycle track is going around, there will be 5,000 additional seats. There's also plan to upgrade the bathrooms. If you know, the bathroom areas are leaking, so they're going to be updating that. You understand me? Yeah, you know that Manchester United have also that's giving a transfer update. Martin Drobaka, the former Newcastle goalkeeper, has just signed for Manchester United, so he'll be there as a second string behind David De Gea. All right, so they're going to be fixing that new yeah. Right, so the total capacity, big up Clayton Mirage, blue blood in the building. The total capacity of the stadium will move to 40,000. And what they also will be doing is more of the areas will be covered of the national stadium. So where you have the small portion called bleachers, they're going to be adding, as they add, they're going to be adding more covering. I'm understanding. The field is going to be, some work is going to be done on the field as well. The seating is going to be different. So I suspect that even in the bleachers, when you sit in the bleachers, from what I'm hearing, you'll have a specific seat, just like when you go to the stadiums in the state and in other places in Europe. You understand me? Every ticket have a seat number, and you have to sit in your seat number, which I think is good thing, because that way, if something happens, then you know, I suspect you can recover some money. I am believing. All right, I'm going to share. Let me see if I can share this and read this for you. Um, yeah, I hope I can bring it up. Yeah, yeah, Dan James also um will be signing on the free at Fulham. I'm not going to put up the article, but I'm just going to read it. So Dan James is also moving to Fulham. Fulham is really doing a lot of business. Let me read this from the Jamaica Observer. It says, when FIFA appointed a normalization committee, NC they call it, in March 2020 to oversee the administration of the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association, many in the Jamaica's football fraternity feared a similar fate for the Jamaica Football Federation. All right, the TTFA was deemed by FIFA unfit to continue managing its affairs, and the world governing body decided to put this committee in place to enact governance on its behalf. But would such a scenario benefit Jamaica's football? The JFF has been maligned for its management of duties over the years, and its current administration has come under increased scrutiny, with a number of issues about its management of affairs being made public. Issues regarding debts owed, payments of technical staff and national players, delay in its process of constitutional reform to meet FIFA regulations, and delays in bringing its football clubs in line with professional standard required across the region by CONCACAF have led to the belief that perhaps the GFF could be in for a familiar fate to the T&T Football Association. However, with all those issues, FIFA, which has sent officials to visit the island on a number of occasions, has not seen the need to impose a similar system on Jamaica's football. All right. FIFA, however, temporarily restricted the GFF in the past from receiving redevelopment funds, but lifted those restrictions when a subsequent audit proved the federation had got in line with its regulation. This is where the T&T Football Association fell short. Based on FIFA's mandate, the NC is supposed to run the T&T FA daily affair, establish a debt repayment plan that is implementable by the T&T FA, review and amend the T&T FA statutes and other regulations where necessary, and to ensure their compliance with the FIFA statutes and requirements before duly submitting them for the approval to the T&T FA Congress. The NC is also mandated to organize and conduct elections of a new T&T Executive Committee for a 4-year mandate. However, the NC tenure overseeing the T&T Football Association has not been without scrutiny, especially about its transparency. The NC, whose board was put in place by FIFA, has total oversight of Trinidad and Tobago football and reports to the FA Congress. This, Dennis Tay Allen, a Trinidad-based journalist, says creates a problem with regards to the T&T FA's constitution. As far as the common understanding of the powers of the Normalization Committee, it is my interpretation that those powers are unrestricted, he told the newspaper. The T&T FA's constitution has essentially been suspended in favor of the Normalization Committee. I do not think that the Normalization Committee has any restrictions on what it can or cannot do. I don't even think there is anybody in FIFA that has governance over these Normalization Committee. It is my opinion that they are basically unrestricted agents in the so-called restructure. They can do anything and there's no one who can tell them yes, no, or maybe, he said. Right? So let me explain what happens when the Normalization Committee is appointed. They would just appoint people, probably from Jamaica. Just, I don't know how they go by, because it's like a businessman in Trinidad and Tobago, I think, whose name is Nicholas Gomez, who was appointed to the Normalization Committee without it, right? Yeah. So people get appointed without discussing it. So they would appoint people without discussing the appointments, say with the Jamaica Football Federation. When these persons are put into place, let me just break down what is happening. This Normalization Committee, nobody in Jamaica, no, the footballing public cannot tell them anything. They have total control. So say, for example, they appoint me, they appoint Travis Pesser, and they appoint Rob Smith, and we are the Normalization Committee. We get to do what we want, right? And we determine everything and we report to FIFA. Nobody in Jamaica, no government, nobody from the GFF, no Paris Association, no ISA, no referee can tell us what to do. That is what is happening, or that is what happened in the case in Trinidad, why many over there had a concern with it, with no oversight. There you go, Stefan Wright. I hope you're hearing that, because you could end up putting, I don't know how, what if you're putting corrupt people in there with no oversight to run the Normalization Committee? There you go, all right? So it says FIFA Secretary General Fatma Samura informed NC Chairman Robert Haddad of Gomez's involvement on the day of his appointment, which was March 15. The controversy regarding information about the change of board members reminds us locally with GFF General Secretary Dalton Wind promise of resignation from his role. However, whether a signed resignation letter has been submitted is still not yet known by stakeholders or the general public. Allen says that the NC has brought no real change to football governance in Trinidad and Tobago, and that the transparency issue faced by the GFF would not be aided by appointment of an NC. So what they are suggesting is that if you appoint a NC, it wouldn't change anything at all with the JFF. If anything at all, it might prove to be a good full reset, he said. But the question of where the JFF will be after the handover by the NC through the constitutional action and running of the day-to-day function of Jamaica football is a question that cannot be answered right now based on the model set right now by the TNT normalization committee running football here. It is my opinion that this process is one that is fraught with even more risk of self-serving interest and would not advise it for my worst enemy. Don't wish it on your best interest or best friend or your worst enemy. All right, so let me break this down for you, which is what I've been saying to you people. Let me help you. Steve James. Let me help you guys. I think the best thing to do is for people to put together a slate of candidates and challenge the present leadership, because the normalization committee may sit in place, and when it comes to the FIFA election, they put back the same people who were there and give them an extension to go to the next election. Because the normalization committee is not a long-term thing. It is short-term. While they try to not run an election, but try to reform the present leadership. So do you want the same persons reformed, or do you want new persons? If you want new persons, then you have to go the election route. You cannot have new person by the normalization committee. And that is why I keep on insisting that go up against them. That is the first thing I want to point out this morning. I also want you to know that Dejan Sterling, he has joined Stoke City. Yeah, so there you go. So Arthur has signed for Liverpool. Liverpool fans, what do you think about that? Arthur signing for you. Arthur Melo, the Brazilian from Juve. I think he was at Barcelona, sold to Juve. Now he's coming to Liverpool. As you know, we're giving you breaking information on the transfers. So people, that is part of the challenge with the normalization committee. What do you think? Yeah. All right. So that's one issue I wanted to speak to, I wanted to address, and then I'll hear from you. Yeah, so Steve James, I agree with you, but the way to get them out though is by the election. And I said it before, they are not going to resign. Right? So let's see if people can come together. Right? Right? And do that. All right. So let's get to the coaching situation. So now this is, listen, people, let me say this. I am not the authority on all things concerning football. Okay, so Bamba Dieng deal. So Bamba Dieng, who was headed to Leeds, it looked like Nice is about to hijack the deal. Let me just give it that. So let me say this, right? I really believe that when Paul Hall came in, he brought stability to the national program. We were in a bad place. He started off with some bad run of games in terms of results, but he got some results, qualified. He did well in the Nations League. In my opinion, qualified us for the Gold Cup with a game in hand. A game in March in Mexico that I do believe that we could win, given Mexico will be coming out of the World Cup, and I think maybe looking to rebuild. Right? I think that could be a good opportunity for a Jamaican team to probably get a result from Mexico then. But we have already qualified for the Gold Cup. All right, Peso, call me later and talk to me. All right. So I think Paul Hall, very good option. I also like the fact that he was not afraid to stand for his players, which is important. But also as a coach, you also have to find a way of managing how you deal with your superiors, the people who manage you. I don't think he navigated that part well. I also think that in a long time, he's been one of the better national coaches at any level of the national team in terms of how he relates to the media. I think the other closest to him was Vin Blaine in terms of their media appearances and communicating with the media. I think Lauren Donaldson, because of how the whole situation, I think he's a good coach, but I think just how the whole Vin Blaine situation with Lauren Donaldson, you haven't seen much of him. But I think as time progresses, you'll see a lot more of Lauren Donaldson, because I think he's a good coach, good person, so you'll hear from him. But in recent times, I think Paul Hall has kind of set the standard in terms of how the coach is supposed to deal with the media. All right. Now, from my sources, and again, people, if I'm wrong, I will gladly come back and say that I am wrong. But from my sources, and again, I don't get my information from people at the JFF. Trust me. I don't know if my Eagles have connections with people at the GFF. That I don't know. But the Eagles that I get my information have no direct connection with the GFF. And from my sources that are normally credible, Paul Hall don't appear to be getting this job. Let me say that again. Where things stand, with the game coming up in September, it doesn't appear that Paul Hall will be at the helm of Jamaica's football. I am also sure. I soon take your comments, people. Keep on sending them. I'm going to get to them. Don't worry. I'm going to get to all of the comments, or as many of the comments as possible. In the meantime, please, if you have not yet, hit the like button, and if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, man. I make it look so good content. So hit the like button, people. All right, hit the like button, like, share, and subscribe to the platform. All right. So it also is clear that the new coach will not be a Jamaican. My sources have revealed to me that the new coach is a European coach. Right? Is a European coach who had success. And when we saw his team play, we were surprised at their performance. They played in the Euros a few years ago, and this is because I can't verify it, because, like I said, I got the information from the Birds, from the Eagles, right? So it is a European coach who has some pedigree and have had some success, who will be bringing a group with him, which I think may displace some of the persons who are presently a part of the coaching setup. So I'm thinking that he's going to bring 3 to 4 persons with them, which means that you could see like assistant coaches and other era specific coaches probably coming. So you could see, like, for example, I don't know, physical trainer, goalkeeper coach, assistant coach being removed for this group of coaches. I also understand though that the person is qualified enough with the pro license in UEFA and is a coaching educator that he could also serve in that capacity, willing to live in Jamaica, and I understand is well off and is willing to take less money than what other coaches were requesting. But think of the money thing cause it. Like Coach Minty just said. Coach Minty just said it. Money are the big demands that he possibly made. I think so. I think it is, and this is why I think, like, here's what I think happened. I think the JFF knew they made a mistake with the trademark. Reggae Boys. All right. They knew that this company that did the negotiation milked them some money, and it is their mistake. So when the same company comes on now and want to negotiate for the coach, I think if I were negotiating on parallel, I would say to them, here's the thing. You have whole heap of money, you can pay the man this. And I think that turned off the GFF, even if they were considering him. That is my opinion. And I think that is what you're saying, Coach Minzy. That turned them off. And what they did, they just tried to find somebody who is better to appease the Jamaican public. Because they know that, if you're getting certain persons with a cost, but if they know they get somebody high quality with less money, it benefits them and it makes us, the fans, happy. That's my reasoning. Welcome to the program. Unseen Sports TV.
Mike, check. You hearing me?
No, not this is Manning's one, brother, not Mike. No, Mike check.
Mike check. I said Mike check. Yeah, man. Big up everybody in the comment section. Yeah, big up Manning's one. Doing well. I'm gonna come in kind of late with the start, commenting and then leave and then come back. We're talking about the Paula not getting the job, me not get the job. Sound like you have some information on somebody who might get it.
Yeah, I got some good information. I like I said, I heard it's somebody from one of those Icelandic regions over them side there. Could be Norway, could be Iceland, could be Finland,
But man, if it's that, if you really look at Iceland and how their footballers evolve and coaches, it would be a good look if the JFF can free them up and let them, do their thing.
Well, here's what I know. I know that it is, I find it that it's like a Rene Simoes. When he came to Jamaica, he kind of had a certain level of autonomy. For some reason, I think like there is a certain level of autonomy that overseas. Yeah, like they get a certain level of autonomy. Like I think like when coaches, like when Whitmore was there, I don't think he's given the kind of control. Like this coach, I think they're not going to pick or appoint or propose assistant coaches. He's going to do that. So somehow, I think sometimes the best decision is to get somebody high quality from those. You understand me? Because they get more control of what happens. That's the only reason. But I must say that I thought, though, Paul Hall was doing some very good things.
Yeah, man. Paul was doing a good job. And you can see that, I think if him continue, we'd have see some good result in the future, near future.
Yeah. So somebody saying that they really need special one saying that they really need an international top high profile coach who have a sound proven track record. So I have been doing and the German had his own assistant. I've been doing some research. I know a couple of so I've looked at who the coaches are and who is available. But I don't want to put out any names out there because I don't know. And then I don't want to call on people say, boy, man, you understand me? But I look at the coaches who are in Finland, like over the last 10 years, Iceland, Norway, Sweden, Denmark. I looked at some of those coaches because the coach has coached the national team, a national team in the Euros. So given that, I've really brought my search down to 4 names. A man from Iceland, a man from Finland, a man from Norway, and a man from Sweden. 4 of them are available. And 4 of them have had success. The Iceland man had some success. The Norway man, moderate. The Swedish, good success. The Finnish, average success.
Somebody
Eh?
one say, Warren Bar need to go. Go and see what our goalkeepers are learning.
Yeah, and here's somebody saying that would a person from this, like a person of this repute, get greater support from the private sector unseen?
Yeah, I think so. I think remember that even Paula was getting support from business entities and stuff like that. So one is an overseas coach. And I think it's Jamaica is always stay naturally. We tend to, gravitate to other races faster and give them everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody's asking what about John Barnes? I think because remember, if I'm here Coach Minister John Barnes. I think he never applied. Because remember, at the end of the day, it's an application process. It's an application process. From what I understand, I don't know. But I figured that John Barnes did not apply for the job. Yeah, hey, this is a big one, Foreign Spider. Here's what I think. When people look at the caliber of players that Jamaica have overseas, you understand me? I think they look and say, this is a good project. I think many persons would take a coach because it is a good project. Take a team because it's a good project. And I think given the youthfulness of our team, the amount of players in Europe, it is a good project. And so some coaches would do that, especially if they are established financially. You understand me, Unseen?
Yeah, man.
So Andrew 55 says, Arsenal money, is man Arsenal hats off to you and military Guna. Yeah, man. I see Manchester United playing today. Who them playing? Leicester City. Them supposed to beat Leicester because Fofana is gone, Tillemans is gone. I hear that James Maddison may be gone, and they're not buying anybody. Leicester in disarray. So Manchester United should win. Casemiro is starting today. Anthony is supposed to be starting. So, but I'm sorry, I never play them the first week of the season.
A big side now.
Yeah, I don't play them now, man. I'm afraid of Manchester United right now, you understand? Them just find Debraka, so if David De Gea now play good, but yeah. But people, what do you think? Is it a good move to move away from Paul Hall and get a European coach who will live in Jamaica? Is that good? Tell me what are your take on that, Unseen. And if you want to call in people, you can call in and give your response to that. Is it a good move yeah, for the JFF to do this right now. Move away from Paul Hall and yeah.
One is one.
Yeah.
I think Paula deserves some more time. You know, he deserves more time at the head. He was doing a good job. And anybody say Paula never do a good job. No, any coach will come to Jamaica and I try to fix the program, them are gonna lose. First couple games they are gonna lose because they are trying to fix the program. But during fixing the program, they can see the change of system, the change of how we play the game. And we can say, all right, if we continue on this basis and put in the right persons in the right years, we will do well. So you have people who say Paula wasn't the man. But any coach who come to Jamaica in that period of time would have lose matches same way. So at the end of the day, is the right way to fix things like coaching education. Start because if you don't have a base in Jamaica, if you don't have players you can call on in Jamaica, you can't win a competition no matter what people think you know. You understand what I mean, man? You're supposed to can call on 3, 5, 4 Jamaican players to fix local based players to come in the team. One, there's a lot of logistics. A player might have family issues, blah, blah, blah. And you won't have a Jamaican player to call to, right, man, is man? So, in order to get the player to play a certain level, the coach is in Jamaica for teach that player the right thing from early. So Paula know that coaching education in Jamaica wanted to fix him, tap into that. Him try to get the thing from a youth level go up, try to carry the team down, the age level down. You understand me? So we can have youthful football, fast football.
Just a thought. Would it have been better to keep Paul Hall and appoint this person as a sporting director who has input on team selection along with Paul Hall?
Right.
No, I'm just asking. Would that be better? But there are persons who are saying that, you know. There are persons who are saying that that Paul Hall. There are some persons who agree with Paul Hall staying. Some persons are saying that no, Paul Hall should go. So the opinions are kind of split. Some people are saying that he didn't do well. Some people are saying that he really didn't do well, you know. How many games did he win?
You don't really manage man. Anybody who take it.
No, at the end of the day, though, unseen. It matters. Result matters. So what some persons have said is that his results have not been good.
Management results matters. But what? Sometimes you have to face losses so you can win.
Yes.
In a football, you can't just win, so you know. You have to set certain things and give players match time and whatever and try to fix certain things first before you can eventually be in a winning process.
All right. So let me ask you a question. If Pep said that he wanted to coach Chelsea, would you take him? If in this window, Pep said, I want to leave Man City and I want to go to Chelsea, would you take him?
If Pep said he come to Chelsea?
Yeah. Right now to replace Thomas Tuchel, would you take him?
Yeah, because would I take him, yes?
All right. You know why? Why would you take him?
Because he have some different qualities where Chelsea would have want. Right?
And he's a better coach. He's a better coach. So if you're getting a better coach, does that make any difference?
Better coach don't necessarily mean you're going to win. It means you have a likely chance to win based on the type of players we have.
So you don't think the better coach is able to get remember now, part of the situation with Paul Hall is that what we understand is that he would not stay in Jamaica. He was not going to stay. It's either in England or in Miami. You don't think that would affect local development of players if that was part of his long-term goal? And you have a next coach who is more qualified, who says, listen, give me until the 2026, right? And I will build out your coaches because I have the UEFA Pro license. I will be living in Jamaica so I can work on your local players. Isn't that just listening to how it is a better option than to have somebody who would not be able to be here, who probably would not be able, though Paul did help with some of the courses, but he cannot certify, I think, coaches at that level.
I never know that he couldn't stay in Jamaica. Man is news
Huh?
to me. I never know say never ever stay in Jamaica and get the job.
Yeah. That was part of the thing Paul wanted. I think part of the thing that came out is that he wanted to be in Miami
Okay,
or
so
in England, but he didn't want to live in Jamaica.
well, you know, people will whenever they're looking for somebody, they look at what suit them for the job, what they want the person to do for the job, and you know, the persons, the foreign coach giving more than what Paula is giving. So, you know, and the money, you know, Jeff and they have the money, so they're gonna pick the one who will give more eventually.
Yeah.
That's
Teddy Lee,
that's what I would do.
where Teddy Lee get
Get the new coach.
Klinsman? I keep hearing
Klinsman.
people with this Klinsman thing.
Yeah. When I Klinsman and the man is one.
Klinsman people.
Why is that my bird not tell the right thing, you know, man?
Brethren, it's not known people. All right, big up Ryan LFC, my bro. It's not Klinsman. All right, so forget that. It's not Klinsman. I just told you. Teddy Lee just asking a whole. Teddy Lee, all you have to do is go listen to the video. I tell you where the coach is coming from, people. Nobody follow Teddy Lee. You just come confused those people them. You throw Klinsman that answer. You throw the Mexican coach that answer. Go and listen to the beginning of the video, Teddy Lee. What wrong with you, man?
I throw a bag of coach in the mix.
Yes, so I told you where the coach is coming from. The coach is coming from out of those regions, according to my credible sources. Right? According to my credible sources, that's where the coach is coming from. I don't know the name of the coach, but the coach is either from, let me give you again. All right? One of these places. Norway, Finland, Iceland, Sweden. So the coach would have had success. Listen, the coach would have had success in Europa, lifted the ranking of that team over the last 10 years. So all you have to do is check out the coaches over the last 10 years and see which one is available because he is unattached at this time. Right? Hey, special one, you need to call in and see the number run across. You can call in on WhatsApp. Why you don't think Paul Hall was doing a good job? You can call in.
You want to ask him, man, is man. You think Paul did a good job?
Huh?
We want to ask you that question. You think Paul did a good job?
If he would do a good job?
No, he's.
I tell you that I like some of the things that he was doing, but the results weren't really outstanding results, you know. You understand me? But I like what he was doing. I think he had a long-term plan. But if you're getting somebody who is more qualified, who is going to live in the country, then I think that offers more. A person who can help to qualify the coaches. But
but management, as I said before, you know, we could have get the best coach in the world. You see, if they don't give the coach the autonomy to put things in place, management, if they don't give the coaches the autonomy to put things in place, we are going to be in the same problem.
But that is what I'm saying. I said that already unseen. I am saying to you this. It is easier, I think, for people to give autonomy. I don't know, maybe it is this slavery, colonial level of thinking. I think somehow a greater level of respect is shown to people who have a certain color.
True.
So when people see certain people, like Whitmore would not have received the same level of respect as We just try to find somebody who's have a
Just say what they don't.
Wally Downs.
Yeah, what they don't.
So that kind, I think sometimes that does help, although it does distract. It helps in this way. If we have somebody like this in the football, it does mean that he will have a greater level of autonomy. In other words, he will have more control over what is done and how it is done. Yeah, Pesa said that he will tell your people. And Rob Simmons, the Eagles are not flying sideways. The Eagles gave me... Why?
So these coaches will come with their own coaching staff and technical persons, right?
No. What Arthur Miller? What Arthur Miller joined Liverpool thing we said that already. So here's my thing. Most good coaches will bring at least two persons around them. It's going to be hard for you to see a one coach out of Europe coming with nobody around him. I think that is what Paula should have done that. I guess because he had the interim job.
True, man. That helps.
But it was interim, so I think over time he would have brought in his own staff because you need your own staff. You know? Yeah. So Pesa, tell the people who the coach is.
You have to work with people you trust, man.
Yeah.
So
but I do believe that part of the coach's job, though, Rob Simmet, would be for him to provide some sort of developmental work. Is it the national senior coach duty to develop football? Good question. Because his first role, the national coach first role is that, I want to know what is the technical. Trust me, Rudolph Speed will not be coaching the national team. Trust me on that. That Jamaica would mash up. All right. Is it the national senior coach's duty to develop the national team? Very, very good question, Coach Minzy. Or is it the technical director, Peso? Yes. Welcome to the show. Is it Spiny?
Yeah, man, Spiny, man.
Spiny, what are you going with?
Yeah, man, big up yourself. Unseen.
Big up.
Yeah, you know why you take so long for delay, You know why I say big up. You never want to answer, You know me come to boss you in here before me start. Everyone they show them. Well, and the management, don't Unseen have him one show.
Yes.
Big up yourself, people in the comments. Love what you're doing. Like and share the video and invite your friend to subscribe. And while you're doing that, drop a super chat if you can afford it. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for taking your time out here, precious day, to come out here, come support Manning's Man thing. I know, I am sure sports is a movement, so let's grow it and build it. And that may I say first. But Mr. Hansi, don't you have a channel for yourself?
Yeah, man, I have a channel, yes.
You grumble, so brother, like, what talk loud. Me not hear your brother, because I know why you whisper. You have a channel, let's go to the fire now, you go tell whisper. The information that's been disseminated for months now, where we all call and fight about. You never know, say, Paul all want an apartment in Miami and all them things. You tell me, say, come, listen me no, man, don't make me have to beat you up. Yes, sir.
I never know for true.
So that means to say just there, listen where I go and then.
No, man, remember, say, Paul, a period of time, I never did on the YouTube, I do some logistics.
Well, I'm sorry if you missed the information.
Him there coach True Juice and him there coach Yuatan FC and him there coach El Futuro Academy, but he can get sacked from the 3 jobs them saying back on YouTube now.
One time that means to say, me understanding it, because if you get sacked from the 3 job one time, that means to say.
When the people them checking license, them says a D license, say if you have D mean you fail. Even not to get the B or the A license.
My name's man, a good, good. Because you are making lose it of them 3 times. Me can't tell you about you have a brother with paddy in resume to get one job down to get in job up a notch them, right? And talk all these, put all these big things on it and forget to take them out. And was McClear him name was, I don't know my first name, was one of the greatest NCAA football coach. And because he never take out when pad in his resume, he lose all him job them and can't get a job right now. And one of the best coach in America, I'm up there with him not there with Saban them, but him a first in the second tier.
Okay.
So that means to say general, if he lose the whole of job them one time and can't get nothing to do a paddy, maybe him good, you know, maybe unseen good, but him paddy resume I never remember to take out the piece them we are not sure I make them go find them.
No man, unseen a good coach. I trouble we are troubling, man.
Big up yourself, unseen. Yeah, man.
Big up, man.
So man, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, fine.
Yeah, tell special one. Big up yourself, Honorable George McIntosh in the thing. At this morning, I look on some of your posts then because you don't want to tag you for one thing about Serena. But me I say you is the man where you don't talk to nobody, you don't talk to yourself over phone or Facebook. So I just love you. Big up yourself, special one, Sam McIntosh. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So we are the day now, man, man. Because I know I do some work and say me I go give you 5-10 minutes of drama, you know. So what are the things?
No, we're talking about the fact that it doesn't appear that the JFF will be taking on Paul Hall, but they're getting a coach out of Europe to coach a national team who have UEFA Pro license and is a coaching educator who desires to live in Jamaica for the duration of his leadership.
So that means to say, Mr. Speedy, I listen to me when I tell him, say, if you not live at Jamaica, you know, have the love for football and have the love of money and them thing, then everybody employ him because Mr. Speed have a say in that, you know. So big up yourself, Mr. Speed. As long as at the right direction you take and it can take with some places. And this is a man who have go through and look on the local football when him not have no time for national duty and help the clubs them like Mullines and the academy them like over Phoenix and them place to develop some young footballer for the future and them thing they assist in the football for a wholesale program. And that we want because we don't want a national coach who just sit down and wait on national duty. We want a national coach who can come and go outside. And if you say I want to look up game and play up in a familiar players of Maryland or by a sticker, you can come up there and come watch it and you might find one talent out of Bush League, same way. So when I say when can say yes, we can help build that little young man. Yeah. You know what I say, man?
Yes. Yeah.
So that's the person we want. We don't read nobody where we sit down in our front office. That's why we don't need all Mr. Monday and Mr. Monday up Mr. Ricketts them and them. I call name, you know, you can cut me off when I say anything wrong, you know. Because you know, me not carry no feelings for sure. So if you even cut me off to them, you call tomorrow. Because you cut me off when me attack. You are Southie. Big up yourself, Southie, the one Southie running for me thing and that talk about. Rare. Drop a super chat for the thing, Southie. Don't leave a foreign out of credit card, you know. Drop a super chat or a cash app or something, or a Zelle or something for the thing. I don't have no money, so I beg for myself and for the people there.
What you saying about because you're talking about Ricketts and
you know, Mr. Man, me I go touch my friend them when me ready to. So you have to just love me. Yeah. So I say now with Mr. Ricketts now. Mr. Ricketts them supposed to involve. We don't need to see Mr. Ricketts them as some matches and some places. You see the NFL commissioner and the NBA commissioner, them not only go a playoff games, every now and again them turn up in an arena somewhere in New York, in Seattle, in the small market and the big market team them. So we need to see some people out there more transparent, supporting the league. You understand? And some other little things go on like make the thing into a family affair, man. Where at halftime you have to bounce about and thing and some people actively run them on and put them out there and the kids them can have some fun. Make people have some things to do in the football where they want to bring out them family and a man not just come sit down and watch some game because if a man want to go Duns River, you know, with him youth them, you know, and him find out so the youth them interested in a football game and want a football game and play at 3 o'clock, you know, 4 o'clock in the evening, you know. And him way from Duns River and we stop at the match with him family, you know. You see it? But you have to make it into a more family friendly thing. and sell it the product. Make it into a product and sell it. Don't just make it about one thing, football. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Totally understand. All right.
So we need our people bridging along me on the phone because nobody now call in right now. People are WhatsApping it now because so not more than some data and call the show and make we talk and have some good time on the show.
See, no man, Rob Smith is agreeing with you. Rob Smith is saying that making the JPL games more about atmosphere instead of just the game alone.
Yeah, man. Then you know see NFL and all them things. They have all big JPL final and these final. And all you get is 45 minutes of football plus added time.
No man, the JPL game had a lot of entertainment, man.
That's what me don't know. Well,
I think him Shane performed right unseen.
Yeah, man. I feel half time, man. I make people get some enjoyment, man. Make people want to come to these games and find some local thing like that. I am sure sports people who own the club them when you call all I am sure unseen when nobody now see. I am sure where everybody sure about and over military. I want to give them one game and give them a piece of butter and for them bread. I make them do a one game too and we can get a one game live because the thing is not transparent. We only hear you say a game player. So why the man we are telling we say a game player cannot get a game to hear on YouTube and monetize it. So how to pay them a food, how to give them a thing, and make the thing published so we can see the thing worldwide. And then man, you know, to give some Mr. Ricky to watch, you know, call management enough to call until enough to call coaches, there's enough to call Ryan they are foreign, so Ryan can't handle this. And call the man and give them little work for some games too. Give them the rights. But management and them figure, you know, to go out there and go try buy the rights and own the rights to producing and televising some
but you know them say how you eat an elephant one bite at a time. We have to get the party right first and proper cameras and all of those things and stable internet because the internet based thing. So you know it's a good idea, but there's a lot more work that needs to be done to get the vloggers to that place. And we're not there yet, to be honest. So it takes time, man. Over time. You don't see the big vloggers with 1 million and odd subscribers, or 2 million subscribers doing those things. So it takes some time.
Anytime you're done, anytime you put in the paperwork, so you're ready, you call me and we invest in it. Because you know, so my house line, so if it's a $1, me put my 50 cents in there and try to get $1 on it when it bit. Talk to people, them let me invest in it. Because I say, I think we want to build these things. Because let me tell you, you know, terrestrial radios and TV, as you know, it is coming to an end. Streaming and vlogging doing it right now, you know. So if you don't have a platform from now and build it from now, you know, when the thing get out there, you're going to start late. So, man, congratulations. Kudos to you and the people them who see the vision and start early. Man, like, teach them over there so I do film thing and some other people. I don't know about me. I got the people them when I listen to coaches this and them and they watch ya. I want to see the vision from early and I ride it. I know I do the thing. So just continue to do the thing and make we continue to do the thing. People want to support the platform any way you can, especially liking, sharing, and subscribing and telling your friends about these great contents and make sure to tell them to superstar final over here. So them to tune in and know so them will see me at make a guest appearance every day, every now and again. You see, out from
afar. Bless up. Yeah, all right, bless up, Spidey. All right, that's Spidey for you. Yeah. All right, so let me say this, right? I think any coach, not just Paul, because remember, Paul would not have gotten a 10-year contract. He may have had a 10-year vision, but at the end of the day, you can't give any coach any 10-year vision. So whatever the mandate was for Paul, it has to be the mandate. I don't think the mandate for developing the football changes because of the coach. So whether it is Paul or a next coach or it don't matter. It has to be about the overall development of football. So I don't think they are going to say to the coach, any coach at all, get us to the World Cup and leave it alone, and then say to Paul, you have to do that. No, it is the same mandate. Whether or not the coach has the ability to do it is a different discussion. But I don't think any coach should get any 10-year contract. So I think, again, I still believe what I said earlier. Whomever the coach is, they give them 2 years with the option of extending further. Because if after 2 years you're not getting what you want, then you have to let go the man and get somebody else. Extending. Coach.
Yo.
What's going
on?
Cersei?
Welcome to Politics Watch.
That's what I said.
Politics watch.
Well, go on, Sir C. Oh, simple, Simon.
Yeah, man, we're there, man. We don't know about no simple Simon still now. If you ask them about Sharon, I would tell you.
Oh. Well, and they have no unicorn over there, sell.
Yeah, man, you have all heap, man.
You ship a couple bucks of unicorn for me.
Yeah, man, and the vulture, them are circling.
And the vulture never circle.
Unseen, big up yourself. Manins, big up yourself.
Yeah,
Big up.
bless up. Yeah, man. What you saying,
People in
coach?
the comment section, big up yourself. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. What your thoughts
Boy,
on this idea, this whole thing about the
boy, Manins, trust me. I think the boss shoot himself in the foot by making the demands. And see, it sound like somebody I make lesser demand in terms of finances. But Manins, I can't tell you, me not trust them people still,
Yeah.
Me
Because
not trust the JFF, brethren.
them could be telling us
Man, they will
this and
tell
then.
us, yeah, they probably could have share some information for we
Sure we have.
divert from the whole Paul thing,
Yeah, that
So-
is true. You hear that, people? I want you to listen to that. A lot of this
Me take this with a
information.
grain of salt.
Here you go. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
You just say something, go ahead.
No, man. I say I agree with you.
Yeah, man, me not trust them, man. But so, you know what? Me have to see something unfold first and it happen. Then me say, yeah. Because right now, them man, they will tell us, them they are X, and they take a soccer. We on a seed in there now.
All right. Because me get a couple of text messages since I do this, from numbers that me not familiar with, One say, listen, me need to know who I tell them thing here. Because I don't know bird I tell you.
I wish bird. Are you
No, so they are suggesting that they want to know how me come by my information. And then I got the next one saying that your birds are correct if the potential coach is from, the same message I sent you. At this stage, only salary left to be confirmed. And it says, based on what I am hearing. And this is somebody who is involved in football. So
No, I don't want to get me wrong. Still, the information could be true because as Mannings know, we are aware of the situation. But you don't want to go out there because you see one of the things. Well, I don't know. Me have to see it happen first, Mannings. But in all fairness, I think the demands that Paul Hall made kind of really show them off. And this whole thing of the trademark, I wonder if they might try
get back.
Burn get back at the people them by not hiring who they want. Or Adidas is stipulating that they get a big name coach. Because remember, so them brand affair going well too,
Hey,
and
that's
Paul
a very good point.
Possibly has not been proven.
That's a very good point,
Them brand have to have weight, man.
That's a very good point. That could it be a part of the whole thing in terms of the kind of money you're spending, that they need a coach of a particular pedigree. That I've never looked at it from that point.
Yeah, man. The ilk of the coach has to be up there to match with their brand. Because like I said before, we all know Paul Hall possibly has never coached a big team in terms of a nation. So the persons that they want to get is could be somebody who have experience and all of that. And possibly could be tied to Adidas as well. Because some of the coaches them have deal too,
Yeah.
So you never know.
And I think the advantage with a European coach that how it is that he could probably, that Paul Hall can do the same. But if the thing is that Paul Hall was at Queen's Park Rangers, so maybe he would have been limited in terms of going around and actually being in venues, given how the matches are, if the coach, because if this coach who has no other duties except the national team, he can go into Europe, he can be local, I think that provides some sort of benefits, right? Although XLR8 is saying that it will cost the JFF the same, if not more, to hire the foreign coach than Paul. I don't know that. The thing is that with these things, you never get numbers. And I think KS said it last night when we were interviewing Mr. Speed, that the default answer is we are a private company. Anytime you can, they don't want to share the information. We are a private company. But really and truly, you can say that we have signed a contract with a coach at an average of $10 million a year. So we would know. But the issue is you will never know if the demands of one coach is more. So because watch this. If he's right, that a European coach would cost more than what? Even if Paul were to live in Miami, it would mean that it must be the Adidas deal then. Are they standing up for the player thing? Why they don't hire him? You understand what coach means?
Yeah, man.
Because if they reveal the figures and what this man get in total is higher than what he would have gotten, then we know it wasn't about the money.
Yeah. And they're not going to say it, not even an estimation them are giving the money.
Give us nothing.
If them give estimation, because they know that we are smart people, some amount of calculation are going to take place and all of that. So if they give us an estimate, we might very well reach to the exact amount based on our deciphering and maneuvering and calculation of the whole thing.
It's just like that is why I don't think they have come out to tell us any amount of money in the Adidas deal. They tell us they have tried to put out what they want us to hear.
Yep.
So all they can do is speculate.
I believe it's a lucrative deal, though. I believe it's lucrative. You know why? Look on the branding thing where them start do with Arsenal already. That are them Virgin with us no know man, and the man they not go back with no.
That's what I'm telling you. Like I just think this is someone because listen, they know if they can't tell us the amount of the Adidas deal because there would be too much accountability required. So here's what they do. They give us. I think they're going to put out an amount like, though they say that it's around 700 and odd, like somewhere there. That is what has come out of the federation, somewhere in that region. When that comes out, it almost make you feel like, oh, so it's not really a lot of money them get. You understand me? But you don't know that is it.
No, and that is a mind game thing, because
exactly
if they reveal the exact figure, now some amount of accountability will be thrust upon them. So you can't tell who say you don't have the money to do that. You can't tell who say, and you are basically auditing of the money will be in the public, so to speak, because we know say you get $5 and the $5 will keep it. You get $5 every year, so we know how much you spend based on the match where you go play and all of them something there, who you pay and all of them something there. So it kind of go give the open audit to them, which they don't want because again it's a private company.
Yep. And you know what? It's just like recently when I spoke about the whole election changing thing. Because remember, it needs to go to Congress, So the Congress has not yet voted on it, But they have basically, if you read the Observer article, they have basically said, Raymond Grant, I think his name is. So after I did it, the Observer put out an article where Raymond Grant is actually saying that it is going to happen. So, which is really suggesting that FIFA, I don't even want to call it force or demand, but FIFA tied it to something. To say, listen,
it seems that way because remember it was supposed to be enforced the next year.
There you
go. Because this year would have been the final year of the 13 and the 13 parish vote on them something.
One is one freeze. Big deal, you get that from big deal. Big deal, I really use that big deal. Yeah, I figure out that management have some technical issues. Look like power outage. Power outage always going on a film place. You know. Your coach is this. I was the show. You can call me, and then you can call me, coach is this, I will continue it, You understand? You can call me. You can call me on WhatsApp, coach is this. I will continue the reasoning. And when I can call my phone. Yeah, big deal, a real thing, big deal. Talks are hot between you at Everton and Spartak Moscow. Yes, sir, Minzy.
Yeah, man. The both that thing look like something on conversation I have.
Okay, look good.
It's not a possibility that it's going to happen. But conversation I have. Deadline day thing sometime it break down based on demands.
Yeah,
Remember, Spartak don't really want to sell him,
Yeah.
Spartak don't want to sell him, so it's not only about the talks going on. Things that we agree on.
So my thing though, why more leave Spartak? Because of the war or what them something?
We expect Bridget.
And the next question is how them get leeway to sell from a Russian club.
That's our next good question. Next good question, we don't know about that.
You don't know about it. So yeah, I feel like the new coach of them are try to get Minzy can if them get the autonomy to do certain things, them can do a good job.
Yeah, definitely, because over the years that the meddling in the team selection most times that's not the problem. Too much meddling in the team selection. Every man want a player to go in. Every man want that player to go in. Every man want this player to go in. I think the onus is on the federation to give the coach a total control, select his players, and then he will be held accountable based on the autonomy that he gets. But one of the things with the constitution is that the JFF can decide if they give the team the coach full autonomy, or they have a part to play. I think the last time I read that in the constitution, so it is there to support what they are doing. It's not like they are doing anything. It's just that in principle it wrong.
I think though from school from the school settings, the money, the role and responsibility of each individuals in a team, such as managers, technical directors, it seems like we don't have it right. In the school system, managers want to mingle with coaching work.
Yeah.
Technical directors are not doing their job. Technical directors are stepping over the head coach. You understand me? I think
at that level it starts from.
Yeah. So I think that's where, and then when those managers move up, because most of them managers them have the money, and they end up move up in the St. Catherine FA or the different FAs, and then become the president. They have the same mindset when them going to the JFF. Think about it.
Yeah, man, you're right.
And then now
it's something that follow them.
Then now it become a big problem. Yeah, a big problem. You understand me? But we just can't understand why people say Paula never do a good job still. Based on the resource them get.
I think it's based on the result and see. Remember, it's a result based job.
Yeah, but
and in terms of how the players played, I think the type of play, how they were played, it improved. But in terms of very good results. I think that is one of the things that persons are really against, because in this business, remember what the plan really is to develop, or is to bring back the keeper, the farmer, better. But he could not do that in 6 games. And he went overboard in terms of the amount of games. Still couldn't do it because he wasn't having total authority.
Okay.
So it was rough on him. So I think in terms of the amount of games he played, the victories that he got, his feats and the draws, would have allowed people to assess him in a situation and say that he wasn't good enough.
Right. So
he did not do certain things.
So that's why I say it's unfair. It's unfair on him. It's very unfair, situation. Get the team late, was assisting, get the team late to try to salvage something. Then, we figure out say the job is more than just coaching the big team. You have to try to develop the local players. Because at the end of the day, you don't know if there's another COVID. You understand, before 2026, we have to rely on the local based players. So you have to try, turn out, don't leave any table unturned, turn all of them. If we look at just winning alone, winning. We can win a couple matches, and then we're going to just fall apart because the foundation is not set. You understand? It's like Minzy at Margaret High School, right? You have to build, because Margaret is not one of the high school where everybody, all of the top kids them would have want to come. You have to build. I mean, during the building stage, you're going to lose, don't you?
Yep.
And then when you win now, like the last time, when you win to me because we got semi-final, right? It means all of the work where you put in, the foundation was laid, the concrete was good, and everything worked out right. No, so? Yeah, man. So we look on it still.
Yeah, man. So anyway,
all right.
Big up yourself in the comment section.
Yeah, man. Big up coaches this.
All right, cool.
Yes, people, there have it. Coaches this with his 2 cents, really giving his pointers on the situation. Coaching, the coach that is supposed to get the job, and also his thought on whether Paula was fairly judged. Here comes Mannings, man. What went wrong, Mr. Mannings, man? What went wrong?
Yo, Unseen.
Yes.
You hear me?
I'm hearing you good, loud and clear. You hearing me?
Hey, listen. Hey, the internet is gone. I don't know. Them disconnect my light and chop off my water. King of Kings, you know him.
I tell you all again,
I don't know.
place always a power
So,
outage.
listen, people. I don't know. There is apparently there's some work going on in the community with the internet, and it has been disconnected. So I don't know what is going on. So, yeah, Unseen. Listen, I'm going to have to, I don't know, I'm going to have to end the stream.
Right.
And then I can, because you would not be able to end it.
No.
Right? So I'd have to end the stream.
You would have to end it. You would have to end it.
I'm not hearing you. End it?
Yeah, man.
All right, so I'm going to end the stream. And then people, listen, I'm going to make it up back to you. So my humblest apologies. This is management. This has been, I am sure, sports. I was just getting, Coach Minzy, we apologize. We're just getting into some serious because I just got some information I need to share. So I'm going to see if I can figure out what is going on with this internet, and then, figure out what is going on with the internet, and then have you all on.
Yo, watch about dog, SK New Erdis, the body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, you cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Orchard-Race, Galtigo Bay, everywhere. I Am Sure Sports, check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like, yeah, someone on for the food from young, from where they knee height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.